Hello everyone and welcome to the Life Stories channel. Today we are talking about Rihanna. Robin Rihanna Fenty was born on February 20th, 1988 in St. Michael, Barbados. She is the daughter of accountant Monica and warehouse supervisor Ronald Fenty. Her mother is an Afro-Guyanese while her father is a Barbadian of Irish descent. Rihanna has two brothers, Rory and Rajat Fenty, and two half-sisters and a half-brother from her father's side, each born to different mothers from his previous relationships. She grew up in a three-bedroom bungalow in Bridgetown and sold clothes with her father in a stall on the street. Her childhood was deeply affected by her father's alcoholism and crack cocaine addiction, which contributed to her parents' strained marriage. Rihanna's father used to physically abuse her mother, and Rihanna would try to get in between them to break up the fights. Now, as a child, Rihanna had many CT scans for the excruciating headaches she suffered, recalling the doctors even thought it was a tumour because of how intense it was. By the time she was 14, her parents had divorced and her health began to improve. She grew up listening to reggae music. She attended Charles F. Broome Memorial Primary School and Combermere School, where she studied alongside future international cricketers Chris Jordan and Carlos Brathwaite. Rihanna was an army cadet in a sub-military program where the later Barbadian singer-songwriter Chantel was a drill sergeant. Although she initially wanted to graduate from high school, she chose to pursue a musical career instead. Now in 2003, Rihanna formed a musical trio with two of her classmates. She was discovered in her home country of Barbados by American record producer Evan Rogers. Without a name or any material, the girl group managed to land an audition with Rogers, who commented, "The minute Rihanna walked into the room, it was like the other two girls didn't exist." Rihanna went to Rogers' hotel room, where she performed renditions of Destiny Child, Emotion and Mariah Carey's Hero. Impressed, Rogers scheduled a second meeting with Rihanna's mother present, and then invited Rihanna to his hometown in the United States to record some demo tapes that could be sent to record labels. Recordings were intermittent, taking about a year because she was only able to record during school holidays. Pon de Replay and The Last Time were two tracks recorded for the demo tape, which were eventually included on her debut album, Music of the Sun. Now that same year, Rihanna was signed to Rogers and Carl Sturken's production company, Syndicated Rhythm Productions. Rihanna's demo was shipped out to Def Jam Recordings, where Jay Brown, an A&R executive at the record label, was one of the first to hear the demo. Brown played the demo tape for rapper Jay-Z, who had recently been appointed as president and CEO of Def Jam. When Jay-Z first heard the track, Pon de Replay, he felt the song was too big for her. Despite being skeptical, he invited Rihanna to audition for the label. Now in early 2005, Rihanna auditioned for Def Jam in New York City, where Jay-Z introduced her to music mogul Antonio L.A. Reid. At the audition, she sang Whitney Houston's cover for the Love of You, as well as the demo tracks Pon de Replay and The Last Time. Jay-Z was absolutely certain about signing her after she performed her future single Pon de Replay. His boss, L.A. Reid, was also impressed with her audition, telling Jay-Z not to let Rihanna leave the building until the contract was signed. Reid left it to Jay-Z and his team to close the deal, which resulted in a 6-album record deal with Def Jam. She waited in Jay-Z's office until 3 in the morning to get lawyers to draft up a contract because he wanted to prevent her from signing another deal with a different label. Rihanna cancelled other meetings with record labels and relocated from Barbados to the United States to live with Rogers and his wife. A month after the release of her debut album, Rihanna began working on her second studio album. A Girl Like Me was released in April 2006. Rolling Stones felt that the burning rock guitar and haunting strings of some of the album's tracks made A Girl Like Me likable. The album was a commercial success, charting in the top 10 in 13 countries. The album reached number 1 in Canada and number 5 in the United Kingdom and the United States, where it sold 115,000 copies in its first week. The album became Rihanna's first to be certified platinum by the RIAA after selling over 1 million units. Its lead single, SOS, was an international success, charting in the top 5 in 11 countries. The song reached number 1 on the US Billboard Hot 100 and on Australia, her first to reach this chart position. Unfaithful, the album's second single, reached the top 10 in 18 countries, including number 1 in Canada and Switzerland. 2 more singles were released from the album, We Ride and Break It Off. The lead single, Umbrella, topped the charts in 13 countries and remained at number 1 in the UK for 10 consecutive weeks, the longest running number 1 single there since Wet 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 single Love Is All Around spent 15 weeks at the top in 1994. Now, it was Rihanna's first single to be named one of the best-selling singles worldwide, with sales of over 8 million copies. The songs Shut Up and Drive, Hate That I Love You featuring Neo, and Don't Stop the Music were also released as singles, with the latter becoming an international hit. In support of the album, Rihanna began the Good Girl Gone Bad tour in September 2007, with 80 shows across the US, Canada, and Europe. Rihanna was nominated for several 2008 Grammy Awards for Good Girl Gone Bad, winning Best Rap Song Collaboration for Umbrella alongside Jay-Z, her first Grammy Award. On the 8th of February 2009, Rihanna's scheduled performance at the 51st Annual Grammy Awards was cancelled. Reports surfaced that then-boyfriend, singer Chris Brown, had physically assaulted her. He was arrested on suspicion of making criminal threats. And on the 5th of March 2009, Brown was charged with assault and for making criminal threats. A leaked photograph from the police department obtained by TMZ.com revealed that Rihanna had sustained visible injuries. A few months after the incident, Rihanna was featured on the single Run This Town by Jay-Z, which also featured Kanye West and was released as the second single from Jay-Z's 11th studio album, The Blueprint 3. In early 2009, Rihanna began working on her fourth studio album, Rated R. Now, Rated R was released in November 2009. The album had Rolling Stone magazine stating that Rihanna transformed her sound and made one of the best pop records of the year. Recorded after the assault by her then-boyfriend Chris Brown, Rated R had a much darker tone to it and was filled with various emotions she experienced throughout 2009. Rihanna has named Madonna as her idol and biggest influence. She said that she wanted to be the Black Madonna and praised the singer for being able to constantly reinvent herself successfully throughout her career. She noted, "I think that Madonna was a great inspiration for me, especially on my earlier work. If I had to examine her evolution through time, I think she reinvented her clothing style and music with success every single time, and at the same time remained a real force in entertainment in the whole world." Another major influence of Rihanna's music and career has been Mariah Carey, whose song Hero she performed when Rihanna was still a teenager at a high school talent show. She revealed that Carey's song Vision of Love was a song that made her want to do music. Time magazine included Rihanna on its 100 Most Influential People in the World issue in 2012 and 2018, with Stella McCartney writing, "She's one of the coolest, hottest, most talented, most liked, most listened to, most followed, most impressive artists at work today, but she's done it in her own stride. She works hard, very hard. She gives to her fans, friends, and foundation, not just to herself, but her energy and spirit." Now, on June 2nd, 2014, Rihanna was presented with the Fashion Icon Lifetime Achievement Award from the Council of Fashion Designers of America, the CFDA otherwise known as, a special prize reserved for an individual whose style has made a significant impact on popular culture on an international stage. And in August 2018, Billboard ranked Rihanna as the 10th biggest Hot 100 artist of all time, as well as the 5th biggest female act of all time. Billboard also ranked Rihanna the top Hot 100 artists of the 2010s decade. And in 2014, Time magazine's Pop Stardom ranking metric ranked Rihanna second in history, based on an all-time chart performance and contemporary significance. And that's it today, guys. If you like this, then please make sure that you like and that you subscribe to the channel. And until next time.